Hello everyone, welcome back. Episode 17 of this Outback trip. We're leaving the beautiful scenery of Airlie Beach back on the Bruce Highway. Heading south, guys, slowly making our way towards Brisbane again. Today's trip is going to take us from Airlie Beach down to Rockhampton. So here we are, folks, starting in Airlie Beach, heading to Rockhampton, but we're going to stop for an overnighter at Clairview, BarraCrab Caravan Park. Can't wait to check it out. I've heard nothing but good things. But first, we got to get on the Bruce Highway. Let's go. Now, coming out of Airlie Beach, you're going to come through a little town of Serena, little sugar mill town. Not too much further down the road, and you will come across the BarraCrab Caravan Park here at Clairview. But if you blink, you'll miss it. It's about the only thing in town. Upon arrival, you'll be greeted by this fella. Have a go at this guy. Wish I caught fish as big as this fella. Check in at the main office here. There's also a little shop there as well as a little cafe for evening meals and things. I highly recommend the chicken parmigiana. You can also get ice, firewood and post letters and things for longer stays. It's fully catered here, guys. Some cabins here as well, so you don't feel as though you have to be in a tent or a caravan. They do have cabins as well. Barbecue area, which is very well kept, as well as outdoor seating and dining areas. Great showers, guys. Great shower facilities here at BarraCrab. Gotta say, hot water was fantastic. Pressure was great. The toilets and showers, guys, they were always clean. It was so good to see. It was a rainy weekend and they made sure they kept up cleaning the floors and everything to keep the mud and stuff out. Such great staff here, guys. The toilet block and shower block is located in the centre of the entire park, so it's never a far walk from anywhere if you want to head there late at night or anything like that. Now, the campground itself, well, geez, enough room to swing about 10 cats in here. I tell ya, there is room for days here, guys. It's all nice and level. Most of it has waterfront views. Obviously there are parts where you can choose not to have the waterfront view, but there is such a long length of beach here, guys, that most people will end up with a waterfront view. Obviously if you don't want one, there are other areas behind sort of this beach area where you can camp, so you don't have the waterfront view. But you got to say, who would give up this spot? This is unreal. Now here's a hot tip, guys. Go and have dinner at the cafe. The food is absolutely phenomenal. All the staff are great here, guys. They'll do anything to accommodate your needs. And best of all, you can win yourself a meat tray. And guess what? That's what I did. Woohoo! As you can tell, guys, I really enjoyed my time here at BarraCrab and would easily recommend this to anyone heading up this way. Preferably to stay more than one night. Get up here, guys. It is totally worth the trip. Unfortunately though, guys, as we know, we can't stay at these places forever and we must move on. Let's go. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Oh, hello. Sorry about that. Back on the road again, in case you hadn't noticed. Just left Clairview and heading towards Rockhampton at the moment. Scenery again slightly changing, going from that tropical north look and feel to more again sort of central Queensland arid type scenery. Rockhampton. What's Rockhampton known for? Rockhampton's known for beef. Beef capital of Australia. I don't know if it still is, it used to be. Beef capital of Australia. Basically all the beef would come to Rocky in Queensland and be sold off from there. They even have something called Beef Week, which is a big exhibition all about cows and cattle. There's a big one out the front of Rockhampton as you go in. We'll try and get a snap of that as we come in. But on a bit of a tight schedule today. It's second last day of the trip. Got to get back to Brizzy. So it's a bit of a straight push through now, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to stop and have a look at. We'll go into Rocky and have a look around, but like I said, bit of a tight schedule. Now I've got to say, this Bruce Highway is absolutely shocking. They really need to look at sorting this highway out once and for all, because this is just atrocious. Premier, if you're watching, and I know you probably are, get onto this, would you? Sort something out. So I've got the meat tray in the back. I'm going to cook up some of that tonight, hopefully. Have a bit of a feed. It was such a great place to stay. It definitely will now be one of my main stops whenever I do this route, which, by the way, will be again shortly, because as you know by now, there's a season 2 coming. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Make sure you subscribe and all that kind of stuff. Not going to give away where the destination will be yet, but it's coming. So we'll get into Rocky, have a look around, grab a bite to eat, and check it out. Alrighty, we made it. Coming over the Fitzroy River into Rockhampton. Now, how do I know we're in Rockhampton? Well, this guy told me so. Welcome to Rockhampton. Have a go at that fella. I reckon he'd win any fight in my books. First thing you do when you get to Rocky, head up to the big hill in town. It's a great bushwalk, guys, great way to stretch the legs, and you are greeted with this when you get to the top. Nice overlook of the Fitzroy River and good old Rockhampton. Not a bad view at all. Now, Quay Street is where you want to head, guys. This is the old marina from the 1900s. It's now being converted into a nice little public space. Rod the Rocket Laver, or Rod Laver commonly known, was born here in Rockhampton, and they've got a nice little memorial here for him. Now, Quay Street, a couple of 100 metres long, is just full of the old Federation style buildings. Most of these buildings having been built when the town was settled. It's like a stroll down history lane, guys. It's absolutely phenomenal. Each building has a little plaque on it to tell you the history of what the building was before whatever it is currently. And some of the dates go way back, guys, into the mid-1800s. A great way to spend the morning strolling down Quay Street, a few little cafes and things along the way. Grab yourself a coffee and have lunch by the river. A couple of pubs, the Criterion, definitely worth having a look. But this guy, this is the one you want to check out. The Heritage Hotel. Built around the 1900s, it's definitely worth sticking your head in, having a look and grabbing a schooner. However, unfortunately, it's time for me to move on to get back to Brizzy in time. There is so much more to see in Rockhampton, guys. Who knows, it may even appear in season 2. Make sure you subscribe. You never know where I'm going to end up. Anyway, time to get back on the Bruce and keep heading south. Well, folks, a shorter episode this time, unfortunately, here in Rockhampton. I do have to keep moving due to other commitments down in Brisbane. There is one more formal episode to go, guys, and that's from here to Brizzy. And then we're going to do a live Q&A. What do you think about that? So if you want to follow along with the live Q&A, make sure you subscribe and like and all that kind of thing. Hit up the socials, follow all of them. I'll put up a time and a date for those as well. We've got one more episode of this Outback trip to go, and then into a live Q&A. You can ask any question you like. It could be about the car, it could be about my camping gear, it could be about the route that I took this time. It could be about, hey, it could be about season 2. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you tune in, especially for the live Q&A. It's going to be a great one. One more episode to go of the standard series, then the live Q&A, and then we're going to start looking at season 2, guys. So get your questions in. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. Cheers.